Marcus Rashford to Aston Villa. A bit late on this one. In fact, he will probably score against Spurs later in the FA Cup. But I'm here to just talk about that signing, what I think of that signing. And the first thing I have to say is it's the most Barclays signing I think I've ever seen in my life. But I really like the signing. I'll tell you why I like it. And the main reason for that is purpose. I think this signing has purpose. So Man United are in the Europa League, right? The league is done for Man United. They're going to look for a 10th place finish. The FA Cup they're still in, but let's be honest, are they winning the FA Cup? No. The Europa League, sure, but that's it. If we look at Villa, this move for Rashford is a major step up. This is a team that has beaten Bayern Munich this season. That's much more than what Man United have achieved. They finished top 8 in the Champions League, so they're already in the round of 16. So if we look at what Villa are playing for this season, they're in the round of 16 of the Champions League. They're just 7 points off of the top 4, so there's still plenty of motivation to go. And even if they don't finish top 4, the fight for the Europa League is on. They are still also probably going to be in the FA Cup. Who knows when I make this video whether that will be true. I hope not, but the probability is they are. So there's so much purpose. And what does purpose mean? Well, purpose just means also motivation. There's actually something to play for. There's something to do this season. Another purpose for Rashford is to get in that team because there is major competition for places. Unlike Man United, I mean, who was Rashford's biggest competitor? Garnacho. If Rashford actually was training properly, he would be in that team. If we look at the last 15 games for Aston Villa, on that left side, it's been Morgan Rogers 6 times, John McGinn 3 times, Jacob Ramsey 5 times, and Buendia once. So Unai Emery likes to rotate in this position, so there will be chance for Rashford to prove himself. And there's outstanding depth in this Villa team. This is more so a positive for Villa rather than Rashford. They now have basically 2 players in every position, which, you know, they're going for a lot this season. You need. If we look at the players that can fill in one of those attacking midfielder roles, we have Leon Bailey, John McGinn, Jacob Ramsey, Ross Barkley, Morgan Rogers, Yuri Tielemans, and now Marco Asensio, Daniel Marlon, and Marcus Rashford. That depth is envious as a Spurs fan. And Marcus Rashford, like I kind of mentioned already, has 3 competitions to make a claim. You know, the Champions League, he can start in that, or the FA Cup, or the Premier League. Another reason why I like this signing is he's out of the limelight. Marcus Rashford has ego problems, I think, anyway. And at Man United, when the limelight is on you, you can let everyone know that you're down in the dumps. You know, if he strops, everyone takes notice. And no one benefits from that, him stropping, apart from Rashford, because he gets attention, right? If he's at Villa and he strops or he doesn't play, there's no other reason for it other than he's not as good at football as the other players. No one cares at Villa. Unai Emery doesn't care if you have a problem or, you know, if you strop. He will just not play you because they are a serious club, unlike Man United at the moment. See, when Rashford strops and isn't playing, you know, he gets loads of attention. People are still talking about him. People are saying, oh, he has so much talent, but he's not getting the best out of himself. Feeds Rashford's ego, actually, a little bit, I think. When he's at Villa, it doesn't work like that. You know, there's no sympathy. You're just not as good at football as the other players. And I think that will be very good for Rashford. The basketball game that Rashford went to, he wanted everyone to know he was there. Otherwise, he would have just wore some black joggers or something, I don't know, or just normal outwear. Instead, he wore the most outlandish shit I've ever seen. You know, he wrote an article saying that he doesn't care what people think, whilst writing an article because he cares what people think. He's very egotistical. So why is this a topic? That's because Marcus Rashford can be one of the best players, attackers in the world. He can. Just 2 or 3 years ago, people were saying that. His form after the World Cup, the game after literally, he played 20, scored 17 goals and got 4 assists. 21 goal contributions in 17 games. And these were world-class goals, by the way, and the performances were excellent. So he can be at that level. However, after that 20th game, since then, he's played, this might not be 100% right, but it's close anyway. He's played, I believe, 92 in all comps, scored 22, and assisted 10. Not anywhere near the level. And 92 games is a lot. If we look at Son in that time, bear in mind, Rashford is from the age of like 25 to 27. In those 92 games, Son is like 30 to 32. So past his best. Son in that time has played 92, scored 43, assisted 24. That's basically double in both. But like I said, he's got all the talent in the world. He's 27, right? He's got 87 Premier League goals. That's a lot. Imagine if he was consistent. I think for me, if I was Rashford, I'm getting this Villa move. I'm looking to just get my career back on track. I'm looking at 150 Premier League goals. Something like that as a goal. He's only 63 away. He can do it. Finish the second half of your career very well. Have no regrets. I think he's been given a lifeline by Unai Emery. What do you think of the signing? Do you like it from Villa's point of view? Do you see negatives in it? Do you like it from Rashford's point of view? Or do you think he should have gone to a different club? Just any thoughts you have on this move, let me know. And thank you for watching.